Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Renee Ashley Beauty. Today will be another makeup takeoff day. Today will be another talk day. Excuse me, whew, Lord. And yeah, we'll get right into it. Today, I just want to talk to you guys about a few things. One being heartbreak and two, therapy and how amazing it is. So, therapy really helped me. During my senior year of college, I was going through a couple things, and so I really needed therapy in my life. Really needed someone to talk to that did not know me. I needed someone to talk to that did not know my family, and just someone that I can vent to and like open up. So I took advantage of the counseling services at my school. Shout out to BC CUNY Brooklyn College. You're bulldogs. So I took advantage of the counseling program at my school. And therapy really helped me a lot. And it made me kind of open my mind to new possibilities. I thought that I shouldn't feel anything anymore. I shouldn't feel any type of sadness. But that's not true. You know, you're always going to feel some sort of remnants, some sort of residue of it. But you can get a lot better. When it comes to heartbreak, I feel like everybody goes through some form of heartbreak. And you know, a lot of people attribute heartbreak to romantic relationships. That's not always true. Some people are heartbroken from the time they're born. You know, their parents are addicted to drugs, and so the baby is born addicted to drugs or addicted to alcohol. You can experience heartbreak from your parents that were never there for you, from your dad that, you know, abandoned you, from your friends who you think that they're low-key bullying you. They're not really your actual friends. And there's obviously romantic heartbreak. So there's a lot of things that can break our hearts. I think we really need to be careful with who we entrust with our hearts. Our hearts are so fragile. Our hearts are so Our hearts deserve to be treated with care. You know, they say your heart is as big as your balled fist. So like, that's the size of my heart. And it's like, it's such a small little tiny thing. I really want to take care of it. You know, we should really want to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves first. You know, like when you're on a plane and they say, you know, in case of emergencies, and if you have a child with you, put on your mask first. You know, and that's the only way that you can put on the other person's mask. It's the same concept. You always want to make sure that you protect your heart, you protect yourself first, so that in that way you're strong enough to protect others around you. I have definitely been through heartbreaking situations, situations that definitely changed my life forever and changed who I was forever. And you know what? As long as it took me to build up to my climax of heartbreak, that's as long as it took me to heal, you know? Now I am fully healed. Yes, there are remnants, but I'm fully healed, you know? And so I always think that it's very important to take responsibility, you know, for your actions. That guy that you were with, he didn't force you to be with him, you know? And if he did, call the police. No, seriously, call the police. That girl that you were with, she didn't force you to be with her. And if she did, like I said, call the police, because that's not cool. So I like to take responsibility for my actions. The only time I will not take full responsibility for my actions is if I was a young child and I feel like I was coerced or manipulated or something. But other than that, I will take full responsibility for all my actions at all times, because I strongly believe in the power of taking responsibility and taking things back. As Black people, we have been enslaved, we have been indentured servants, we have been, you know, beaten, bruised, battered, we have been locked out of our own spaces, we have been told that we are not good enough. Black women have been told that we are not as beautiful as Spanish women, and we are not as intelligent as white women, and we are not as submissive as all other women. And so we have been casted with the angry Black woman stigma, when we're really not angry. You know, Black women are not angry. Black women are the most magical creatures on this earth. You better believe that. We're not angry. We're not mean and hardened, but at the end of the day, you have to look at historical facts. Historical facts say the Black men are not in our homes. Okay, there's a reason for that: incarceration, you know, premature death, because of things like gang violence, because of things like, you know, drug deals gone bad, because of things like, you know, police killing them, and even that has an origin. Gangs have an origin. You know, people don't just join gangs because, hey, I want to join a gang. Those things have origins, and they start because people are looking for family. People are looking for a place of belonging, and that all comes from heartbreak. That all comes from something in their childhood, something in their lifeline has told them and dictated to them that, you know what, you need to find a place of belonging. You need to find somewhere to fit in. You need to find somewhere to feel comfortable. You know, going back to Black women, there's a stigma of the angry Black woman. It's not anger, it's frustration, it's passion. It's us wanting to make sure that, you know, we have our dads in our homes, we have our husbands in our homes, we have our boyfriends by our side, we have our pastors in the pulpit, we have our judges on the bench, we have this stuff. Like this is what we need. You know, we need this. Black women are the most educated group of people in the United States, yet and still we get paid terrible amounts of money. I mean, things that just simply not acceptable. Simply not acceptable. All of this stuff adds to that frustration. All of this stuff adds to that heartbreak that we feel. Thankfully, it's changing, and the trajectory is changing, and that's lovely and that's wonderful. And I really hope, and I know that we will keep on that trajectory, because as the generations grow and as we excuse me, as we depart from what we thought was right, we are now coming to a place where we can see that we are beautiful. You know, Black people, we are beautiful. And heartbreak does not only come from, like I said, romantic relationships. Heartbreak comes from a history of just being oppressed, and all of that stuff has a long path. You know, a long path. We can get into so much, you know, about historical heartbreak and why, even if we have not been through slavery ourselves, why that still impacts us emotionally. There's like so much to talk about. But anyway, I'm not gonna get into it because I could go on with this for days. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, drop it down in the comment section below. Thank you guys for coming and watching once again, and I will talk to you lovely people later.